And I am thrilled today to rise to support the member for Eildon in this bill that's been put forward. And for the context of this debate, instead of using the term victim survivors, I'll use we for obvious reasons. And you know what we find really annoying? The politicisation of family violence. And when you make it a political football, and I have the utmost respect for the member for Mordialloc, and in his role as the Parliamentary Secretary for Men's Behavioural Change, I hope that he would lead by example and stop the politicisation in a topic like this. The importance of the Shadow Minister for Family Violence bringing about a bill like this is incredibly important. Because if we don't start working together, and I've said it before, you can talk about the amount of investment that's been put in, you can talk about the saturation models in Ballarat, which is great. These are all step forwards, the orange jaw, they're all great step forward. But we hear $29 million package, and all we hear is a lot of zeros and zero outcomes, because the stats are just growing. 82 women this year. 82 women this year. It's getting worse. All of those zeros is having zero effect in bringing the stats down. So let's stop. I plead with the government to support this because we need to. You've got no choice. We need to work together. Support us. And yes, there's been models of this that may have been brought up before, which haven't been supported for whatever reason. But you know what? The conversation has to go two ways. It's so important. It's too important to go, wasn't our idea, so we're not even going to look at it. It is just disgusting to have that. And we, as victim survivors, and I hate the term victim survivor, I'm not a victim. I was once. Now I and people that I work with, like Kim O'Reilly, consider ourselves survivors, surviving for a reason, and this is it. Agents for change. But you've got to come with us. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in that order, please. We're begging you. You have to at least have the conversation. The member for Eildon's done a huge amount of work here, and it's one step forward. There are other things, obviously, that need to change. There's no silver bullet here. We all know that. But the most important thing here is stop patronising us, honestly, because it's not only, silly politics, it's also really quite offensive to people like myself. Stop politicising it. Just sit down, have the conversation, and let's move forward. Let's start to bring those stats down. You know, this is a bill that actually $9.4 million across 24-25 and then to 27-28. $9 million. $9 million. It's a drop in the ocean when we hear the government talking about the amount of investment that goes in with zero outcomes. This is something that could actually work. This is a good policy decision and a way forward. There's evidence that this works. Clare's Law in the UK, South Australia have a similar model. This is evidence-based policy that could actually work. So why won't the government support it? I'm pleading with the government. Please, support this. For people like myself, people like the 9 Victorians this year that didn't get the chance, like the 82 women this year in Australia that didn't get the chance. It's time to stop politicising this. It's actually time to make some good policy, evidence-based decisions and start making some actual change and moving forward in this state so we can bring those numbers down. We don't have a choice anymore. We have to act now. Right now, you can start to make change.